everyone, and welcome back to How the Wise One Grows. So for today's episode, we are going to have a mindfulness-based meditation that focuses on pausing and learning how we can attune to what is happening from moment to moment. If you are like, Holly, what is attuning? What are you talking about? Why does this matter? Go back and listen to episode 59 with Heather Saba. We talk all about the art of attunement and the difference between attuning and subsuming. It's a really powerful episode, and honestly, probably one of the ones that hits home to me the most. And I think this conversation and this topic about learning how to attune, which is essentially like learning how to harmonize with the people and the things that we love, is super important to figure out as we grow. So if you're like me, I am someone who, when there is someone or something that I love, I am all in. I dissolve into this other thing, and I end up losing a sense of self, or I have lost a sense of self. And in that, I've ended up feeling burnout and resentment. But when we learn how to practice attuning, which is essentially the way I think about it, is holding our own gravity as we're with someone else, or as we're with that thing that we really love, we still maintain our sense of self. So if that other thing wobbles, we don't completely fall off balance either, but we're still really present with them. We're still able to find harmony and joy and be with them in the fullness of life. But it's not like we're dissolved into that thing. In episode 59, Heather shared a really powerful practice that she calls the sacred pause. And this is a way we can pause and tap into attunement. So Heather guides us through a brief guided meditation of that in episode 59, and we're going to take some time to really delve into this together here. I recommend downloading this episode so that you can turn back to this and pause whenever you start to feel yourself losing your balance, maybe falling off course. This is an opportunity to pause and check in and see what you need from moment to moment. And you can do it in an extended practice like this. You can do this in 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 5 seconds, you name it. We're going to take a little bit more time to delve into this practice together. So just take a moment to notice where you are right now. And you can keep your eyes open or your gaze soft at a point in front of you. Or you can gently rest your eyes if it feels safe and supportive for you. And then I invite you to bring your hand to your heart or make contact with your body in some way. So just gently resting a hand on the body, just as a way to ground yourself into your home, into yourself right now. And then there's nothing special that you need to do here. Instead of focusing on any doing, on any breath or any concentration, just notice. What is here for you? What are you feeling? Let this be a moment to tune into yourself and reconnect with your inner world. It's kind of like if you were playing an instrument, or tuning an instrument. You have to strum the strings first before you can start tuning it. So right now, this is your moment. You're just strumming the strings, noticing what's happening within you right now, and reconnecting with your inner world. And then from this place of connecting within yourself, I now invite you to call in that person or thing that you want to attune with or you find yourself subsumed by. Just take a moment to picture that thing and notice what comes up. Notice if there's a change in the breath, the body, any physical sensations or changes that arise. Don't judge it, don't rush to fix it or do anything here. Simply slow down, pause, and observe what that thing feels like in the body. Observe the vibration of this other thing with your own vibration. Notice it and observe it. And ask yourself, how am I feeling? Do you feel like you are subsuming into this thing? Are you attuning? Is there one level that's off and one that feels good? Is there any space in which you can find a bit more harmony here? And if so, what could you do in this moment to bring yourself back towards attunement? So ask yourself that question. What could I do in this moment to attune towards this thing? And trust whatever the first thing is that arises. Don't think about it too much. Even if that first thing seems silly, let that be the answer. And can you offer yourself that thing in this moment? And then return to where your hand is resting on the body. And carry this awareness with you as you move into what comes next. So maybe that means tending to that need, whatever that thing that was arising. Maybe it's like, I need some chocolate right now. Go get that chocolate, go do that thing, meet that need. And know that this is a practice you can come back to again and again. You can take these short pauses anytime you start to feel off balance, or even when you do feel in balance. This pause creates a space for you to tap into and listen to what your body needs, and to notice how you're interacting with the other things around you. And then you can consciously choose how to engage with those things in a way that's going to feel most supportive for you. I hope this practice is something you come back to again and again. Definitely go back and listen to episode 59 with Heather if you haven't already. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on attuning and subsuming and how it's played out in your life. You can leave those if you're listening on Spotify. There's a comment box. I've asked a question in there. You can type in your responses there, or on the How the Wise One Grows Instagram account. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking, and let our community be a space to support one another. If you haven't already done so, and this podcast has been supportive to you in any way, it would mean the world to me if you would share an episode that you love with a friend. and if you would leave a review for the podcast. It's one of the most powerful ways we can help this podcast and this community grow. And if you have the capacity, you can join the How the Wise One Grows Dream Team. For $3 a month, you can support this podcast and keep it growing and allow this community to thrive. Thank you to each and every one of you for holding this space in which we can grow together.